Crumpton Oaks Farmhouse Dry Cider. Got it for 59p from Morrison's. And I bet you're asking now, what the hell has he got the can upside down for? Well, I've got the grandson with his daughter's in hospital, still not had the baby yet, and you know, it's just a waiting game, isn't it? And I mean, like with anybody who's pregnant, you know, you just want to see them out the other side, safe, well, you know, and all good. But anyway, yeah, so I goes to the back of the car with the shopping, got it from Morrison's, and what would happen? Lifted the boot. All of a sudden, this bloody can shot out the boot, went on the floor, up both me and the grandson. He's got cider all down his front, I've got cider all up my legs, but I've managed to save half of it. Now, how the hell I'm going to pour this bloody can? Right, it's so good. So, this may be one for the funny ones at some stage, but in the end, worked out okay in the end. Bless you. So yeah, not quite the full review. It says on the front it's a 5%, so it's obviously, I don't know if it's a Morrison's own brand or what. Let's have a nosy. Aston Manor cider. They do make a lot of ciders, they do. Yeah. Our award-winning apple cider with all the finest bittersweet apples from our local orchards, including in Crumpton Oaks Farm in Malvern, and balanced with a dessert apple for a refreshing medium dry taste. Best enjoy chilled. You know, going in Morrison's is a good way of getting cheap cans, especially if you look for their single cans. Like the Fosters are in this. There's loads of Fosters. Obviously, I don't want the Fosters. I only really buy stuff for review. I don't really buy it just to neck it. I got home for that. But I did buy for tonight, 6 o'clock. Chat, because there's no chance we won't be doing it. Because even if she has baby, we're not allowed to go to the hospital anyway. And she's got to stop in for 24 hours because she's got some bacterial infection that needs to be antibiotics for. So I've also got that to go with the Northern Monk. Looking forward to drinking that again. It's like a trip down memory lane. So yeah, I'd say golden pour, a bit of carbonation. I think it's had all the main, all it down my chuffing leg. Yeah, so I'm going to chill out for a bit. Do a bit of work on the hot tub room. I keep meaning to hoover the bleeding floor and then fill the hot tub up and see if it fills up and it doesn't piss out everywhere. And one does apologise for profanity. And yeah, and turn the pump, fill it with cold water so we're not wasting decent water, i.e. hot water. Fill it up, see how it cooks, how the cookie crumbles, you know, how the cookie crumbles. And yeah, give it a good clean. Probably have to, you know, get some sponges and stuff and just give it a good clean, then empty it again. And if it pumps up okay, all going to be fun. 2 hours of my life wasted doing it, but hey, I'll do some gardening. So yeah, I love the thing with the mixing the apples together. Oh yeah, there's a sweetness and a dryness at the same time. Obviously it's apple. I'll let my palate get flushed with it first. And I've also got a cup of coffee because I did that sneaky live last night and nobody on YouTube, there's no notifications went out. So instead of there being about 30, 40 and upwards, there was only like actually about 20 of us, I think, at the most. And yeah, it was a chill bit of a chat. I remember most of it. I think I got a bit sentimental at one time. And but as long as I didn't say anything I shouldn't have said and upset people, you know, I do apologise. When you've had a drink, obviously sometimes you might say something, you might upset people. And what you always need to know with me is that person, you know, sometimes you do say something you shouldn't have said, and slightly out of turn, And yeah, that's not really the real me. The real me is the nice person that you see all the time. But when you've had a drink, you do say something you probably shouldn't do, go over boundaries and things like that. And I'm big enough and old enough to, you know, to understand that, hey, I'm not perfect, far from it, absolutely far from it. There are better beer reviewers out there than me, but we all do our thing, and you know, it's not always about the beer, though, is it? And that's part of it, really. I mean, watching the beer review, but it's having a laugh, the banter thing, being in the pub. You know, we all miss it. We so dearly miss the pubs. And yeah, roll on, eh? April the 12th. I probably need to go and do an outside beer review on April the 12th at a pub with a pint of beer. Short, sharp review, drink about half of it, take the wife with me. She can walk off and talk on the phone for 5 minutes while I just, you know, we'll try and pick a quiet pub. Support local pubs, obviously. Oh, bless you. Chair moved. Yeah, support local pubs and yeah. Right, anyway, drink this. Don't be too long doing a review in case the wife looks out and thinks the hot tub, the beer room door is open, but the hot tub room he's doing a sneaky bloody review, and it should be right, obviously. I mean, when I look around people doing lives, I like a live where people are actually talking about beer, and actually, you know, it's quite. That's why I go on to live beers, because I want to hear people talking about beers, and you know, it's what I'm interested in. You know, I've been for a long time working in Sainsbury's for 5 years. It really threw me solidly into it, and you know, you can't when you're out there all day long, you can't, and wine, not so much spirits, you know, because they cost too much. I do like a nice dram of jambu, if I'm being honest. Wow. Oh god, my arm's aching like a swine at the moment. Okay, now I might have to take some painkillers, a bit of paracetamol or something, just to take the pain off. Yeah. So might do a hot tub review in a bit, an hour or two. You know, crack a few beer reviews today. I'm sat at home. The wife's chilling now. She's in the house. She's got the little one. Looks like we've got him for another night. And he's a star, bless him. He's out of that age now where he's not. You don't have to look after him too much. Obviously, you still have to look after him. You can't leave him be. But he's watching TV. He's chatting. He's puts the old Alexa on. Alexa, can you fart? Alexa, fart. And yeah, so. In fact, Alexa farted that much this morning. I'm thinking, oh God, I'm mumbling here. I need to go for one myself, and not fart, obviously. But yeah. So anyway, back to the cider. That's why we're here, you know. Nice twang, subtle. I don't think it's a patch on Strongbow, if I'm being honest. But that doesn't mean Strongbow is that great either. It's different Strongbow. We'll call it that. You know, sometimes you can be rude about beers and ciders, and you know, you're doing a review of something. Constructive criticism that's well based, you know, is all good. Drinking something and turning around and saying that's absolute drivel. I think I've learnt from my early days of beer reviewing not to be too nastily critical. Be critical, but not offensively critical. I've watched other beer reviewers, and I've noticed sometimes, and this isn't slagging anybody off, but I've noticed sometimes that there's statements made, like, you know, and yeah, you have to be careful, don't you, with what you say. in this day and age, you can get pulled up for anything, you know. You just have to be so careful with the internet. I have to when I'm drunk. Bound to say the wrong word. So it was dry. It was okay, appley as you would expect. You know, it's no great shakes there. It's apple. Yeah, nice dryness in the mouth. It was okay. What about it again? No. It was definitely just a one-off review beer. I've seen it on its own, sat there, and it says, "Can you buy me a raggy?" Yeah, I thought, yeah, mate, I'll buy you. And then I got home and it gave me a soaking, little bugger. These things happen. Out of 5, for me, about a 3.6 out of 5. Yeah. Other people may have a different opinion, and that's what I like about the beer review community. Everyone's got their own opinion, you know. And, you know, if something's really, really, really bad, then it's nice to be forewarned. But, you know, horses for courses, we're all different. So, thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing and liking. And, yeah, I'm off to drink my coffee, because I was thirsty. And, go and do some hot tubbing. Yeah, let's not go down that road, eh? Cheers, see you later. Bollocks. You turn it off.